In track and field, the clock is the final judge, but every so often, a race becomes something more than just time and position. It becomes a story. It's not always about who runs the fastest. Sometimes it's about who refuses to quit, who claws back from the edge, who defies the odds, who turns heartbreak into heroism in the blink of an eye. Across generations, 6 athletes have reminded us that in this sport, the comeback is always possible, no matter how late, how dramatic, or how unlikely it seems. These moments didn't just rewrite races, they redefined greatness. Derek Redmond, Barcelona 1992 Olympics, 400 meter semifinal. Derek Redmond was in peak form in 1992. After years of battling injuries, surgeries, and setbacks, he finally felt ready to chase Olympic gold in the 400 meters. He started the semifinal strong, but 150 meters in, his hamstring tore. He collapsed, face twisted in pain, grasping his leg. Medical staff rushed toward him, but he waved them off. He stood up, limped forward, and in that moment, he wasn't running for a medal. He was running for dignity, for closure, for himself. Suddenly, a man broke through Olympic security and joined him on the track. It was his father, Jim Redmond. He wrapped his arm around his son, whispering encouragement as they walked the final 200 meters together. They crossed the finish line to a standing ovation. There was no medal, no official time, but Derek Redmond became an eternal symbol of resilience and love, showing the world that the heart finishes what the body cannot. Brooklyn Anderson, Oregon State Finals 2025 100 meter hurdles. High school sensation Brooklyn Anderson had dominated the season in the 100 meter hurdles, fast, focused, and technically flawless. In the Oregon State Finals, she had a near perfect race, leading cleanly through every hurdle until the last. Her toe clipped the final barrier. She stumbled, time slowed. But instead of collapsing in defeat, Brooklyn rolled, literally. She tucked into a somersault, bounced up, and lunged across the line. It was unorthodox, it was instinctual, and it was enough. She won the race, 14.93 seconds on the clock, and in one of the most remarkable finishes ever seen in youth athletics. That moment instantly went viral, but more importantly, it became a case study in never giving up, even when victory seems to vanish in a fraction of a second. Hannah Green, Paris Diamond League 2019 800 meters final. In 2019, Hannah Green was still climbing the ladder. She was fast, yes, but few expected her to challenge the world's best in Paris. As the 800 meter final began, Green held back, far behind the front runners. Most wrote her off by the first lap, but Green was calm. She was following her plan. With 200 meters to go, she struck. She surged past one runner, then another. The gap narrowed. Coming into the final straightaway, she unleashed everything she had, arms pumping, legs flying, eyes locked on the finish. She crossed first, a personal best, her first Diamond League win. It was more than a breakout. It was a lesson in strategy, mental toughness, and knowing exactly when to let go of the fear and trust the kick. Dave Waddle, Munich 1972 Olympics 800 meter finals. Dave Waddle wore a golf cap in every race, a signature look that became as iconic as his running style. In the Olympic 800 meter final in Munich, Waddle was last at the 200 meter mark, still last at the 400 meter mark. But Waddle didn't panic. His pacing was perfect. As the leaders tired, he closed the gap methodically. With 150 meters to go, he began to pass runners. With 50 meters remaining, he was in third, and then, in one of the greatest surges in middle distance history, he caught the leader in the final 2 strides, dipping at the line to win Olympic gold by 0.03 seconds. The stadium erupted. The man in the golf cap had just delivered one of the most astonishing Olympic victories ever, proving that patience, poise, and a final kick can rewrite history. Cole Hawker, Paris Olympics 2024 1500 meter finals. In the 2024 Olympic final, American Cole Hawker wasn't favored to medal. The race was stacked with talent, Olympic champions, world record threats, and a brutal pace from the start. Hawker stayed buried in the middle, trapped in traffic. With 300 meters to go, he was still outside the top 5. But then the gap opened, and Hawker went. He He moved wide, kicked into gear, and started passing runners like they were standing still. With 100 meters left, he was still in striking distance. The final straight was all heart, a desperate surge, legs burning, every inch of energy spent. Walker lunged across the line and won Olympic gold. From no man's land to the Olympic podium in under a minute, a comeback forged by timing, guts, and sheer belief, making him only the fourth American to win gold in the 1500 meters. Quincy Hall, Paris Olympics 2024, 400-meter finals. Quincy Hall had a breakout year in 2023, but in Paris, he was facing the world's fastest men. The 400-meter final was set to be historic, and he was considered an underdog. As they entered the final turn, Hall was in fourth, solid, but not threatening. Then he made his move. In the last 100 meters, Hall shifted into another gear. He reeled in the leaders, powering down home straight like a freight train. With every stride, he closed the gap, and with 10 meters to go, he surged ahead and never looked back. 43.40 seconds, Olympic gold. It was a perfect race at the perfect time, a comeback executed with surgical precision and unrelenting drive. What makes these comebacks unforgettable isn't just the victory. It's the struggle, the doubt, the turning point where each athlete had to choose, fold or fight. Track and field, more than most sports, is brutally honest. There's no hiding. Every step is measured. Every move is timed. But these 6 stories prove that the race isn't over until the line is crossed. They remind us that it's never too late to chase what's possible. That sometimes the most extraordinary performances come not from leading, but from coming back. Because the true champions, the ones we remember, are those who kept running, even when the world thought they were done. If these stories inspired you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more amazing sports moments and travel adventures, and share your favorite comeback story in the comments below. Which comeback moved you the most? Who else should be on this list? Let's celebrate the spirit of never giving up together. Thanks for watching, and keep chasing your own comeback story. Peace and blessings. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more.